Good morning. Today we're going to continue working on our energy unit. Today we're going to be talking about potential and kinetic energy more in depth. So first we have two things to read. And I'm going to do these with you, and then you're going to work independently on these two things. So we'll talk about it. Potential energy. Objects that are still in motion may not appear to have energy. However, they are full of energy. The energy that is in these still objects is just sitting there. This is called potential energy. Objects need something to happen in order to use energy, such as force or heat. A swing set has potential energy. It does not move unless the wind or human force pushes the swings. So let's talk about it. What is potential energy? That's our first question. Anytime you're given something to read and then it asks questions afterwards, just like in English class, you are going to go back and find your answer up here. Okay? There we go. So we're going to read through and find a sentence or somewhere where it tells us what potential energy is. This right here tells us the energy that is in these still objects is just sitting there. So, what is potential energy? Energy stored in still objects. Go. Okay. How does a swing set have potential energy? So, thinking about right here, it says it has potential energy. It does not move unless the wind or human force pushes the swings. So it's sitting there and it has potential to have movement and to have energy, but it's just stored until someone comes along and pushes it, or the wind pushes it, or there's some kind of force that makes it move. So how does a swing set have potential energy? It is still, but has energy stored. Can move. Oop, I'm not being a good example. Can move with force. So we're saying that there's energy inside of the swing set waiting to be unlocked or let go, but there has to be some sort of force that makes it move. Do objects at rest have energy? Explain. Up here, it says objects that are still in motion may not appear to have energy, however, they are full of energy. Yes. Objects at rest have energy. Explain. There is the ability to move or release energy. So the energy is stored inside of the object or the matter or the whatever it is. And there's the chance or the ability that it could move. It can move, but it and release the energy. However, it needs a force from the outside to act on it. So something to push it, something to pull it, something to heat it up, something to happen to make the energy come out. Kinetic energy. All objects have energy. When objects are in motion, this is called kinetic energy. When objects are still, they have potential energy. But once a force is applied to it, it has kinetic energy. It is energy in motion. A ball that was hit and is flying through the air is an example of kinetic energy. The heavier an object is, the faster it moves, the more kinetic energy it has. So, what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy, it says when objects are in motion, this is kinetic energy. Objects in motion, that is kinetic energy. What is one example of kinetic energy? You can choose whatever example you would like to do. I'm going to do kicking a soccer ball. How is kinetic energy different from potential energy? So if we think about it, we said that potential energy, the objects are still. And then up here it says that objects with kinetic energy are in motion. So that is what's different. So we're going to say objects are moving equals kinetic energy. Objects are still equals potential. There we go. So when you guys are working on your Venn diagram, you are going to consider the differences between kinetic and potential energy. You have, remember, a Venn diagram, you're going to tell what is different. So everything inside of let me grab my other marker. Everything that is just inside of this kinetic energy. And then you have one that talks about just potential energy. And then you have part that talks about both. Right here. So things that are just about kinetic energy will go here. Things that are just about potential energy will go here. And then things that are about both, things that they have in common, will go here. So some examples, you would say that both are types of energies. Both are ways that we can identify energy, so labels for energy. Both are types of mechanical energy. And then you're going to explain exactly what potential energy is here, what makes it different from kinetic energy, and then you'll explain exactly what kinetic energy is here. Okay? It'd be a good idea to go back and use your notes. The answers are here. And then here, what you are going to do, you are going to tell me about the different types of energy that you could think of whenever you're on a playground. I want you to give me three types of energy or three objects that have potential energy. And then three objects with kinetic energy. You can choose from wherever. I don't want you to feel like you have to use just this. I want you to tell me 3 different objects around you or on a playground or what you can think of that have potential energy. And then I want you to tell me 3 objects with kinetic energy. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll be happy to help you. I hope you have a wonderful day.